There's a man who has harassed a black family for a very long time. He finally got arrested. And when I saw the footage, it looked as if the cops were reluctant to even lock this man up. Let's put up his picture for mass. A Florida man has been arrested after allegedly threatening to burn down his black neighbor's home. This is in Daytona, all right? This happened Tuesday, May 31st. Police were called to a resident because of erratic behavior from Gary Dragon. This erratic behavior was toward a black family in his community. He was eventually arrested after a long back and forth, all right? So let me give you some insight to this. So the police body camera captured the victim who lives at the 1700 block of Eastern Road, reporting Dragon to the officers. The victim was exacerbated by the numerous attacks he and his family had endured at the pleasure of the 34-year-old racist white neighbor. This is like the 10th time, the victim said, we've called the police on him. The Eastern Road resident is heard saying, allegedly the victim was in his home sleeping when Mr. Dragon came to his front door and started yelling and saying he wanted to fight. The children of the house recorded his tirade on a cell phone, capturing his threats, him kicking the neighbor's door, and racially tinged derogatory outbursts. He was calling them the N-word, telling them to come outside. The children were terrified as they were looking at this racist, violent individual outside of their home. Now, here's the thing. This was not the first time he had done this. As a matter of fact, it wasn't the first time the police were called to the residence because of this racist neighbor. There's more. He said, and I quote, "I'll burn your effing house down," Dragon said between the use of the N-word throughout his rant. The neighbor told the officers the man not only threatened him, but even said he will hurt his daughter. The Daytona Beach police officer said, and this was afterwards at a press conference, basically, he said, when it turns into racial incidents like that and comments and threats, then it's at a higher level where we won't tolerate anything like that. Now, I want to remind you, they literally waited to arrest him. They did not want to take him to jail. This was, according to the neighbors, this was the 10th time they actually called the police on this racist neighbor, okay? This was the time he got arrested, but he did not get arrested any time before. In addition to the burglary charges, which is part of it, he also got charged with assault. Officers charged him with committing a first-degree felony with prejudice and resisting arrest. Police body cam video shows Dragon trying to run away when the officers attempted to cuff him. And just so you know, he was not shot in the back while running away. All right, just in case you were concerned. Authorities say the man was upset that he was being arrested. One cop said, "You said you were going to kill them, Gary. You said you were going to set their house on fire. What are we supposed to do about that, Gary?" That's how they were talking to him, like, damn, Gary, you tied our hands. You said you were going to kill the N-words, Gary. You said you were going to burn the house down, Gary. Gary, you went too far this time. This is the 11th time we've been called on you, Gary, and this time we're going to have to go ahead and take you to jail. They were reluctant to arrest this man, all right? At Dragon's first court appearance, the judge refused on bond, saying that he should stay in jail for protection of the public. Once again, 10, 11 times, this family called the police. Now I know some of us will say, well, good, I'm glad the person is finally caught. He's finally in jail. The cops finally did the right thing. Let me give you a sobering reality right now. That entire family could be dead right now. I could be reporting on a story of an entire family, including children, dead right now because the cops refused to do their jobs 10 times before. Why does it take so much for black people to simply get a little justice? Cenk, thoughts on this?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand what white privilege means, but part of what it means is that somebody doesn't come to your door 11 times, bang on it, threaten to burn down your house, and the cops aren't super reluctant to act on them. If somebody comes to your house and does that once and you're white and they're not, you're gonna have action taken care of immediately and your family protected immediately. So now you never know that because you don't know the contrast between what you go through and what black folks go through in this country. And that's white privilege. And there's one other thing that's never mentioned, never ever mentioned in American media, the patience of black people in this country. I mean, God bless your souls. You have so much patience. So a right-wing white guy would have come out there with a gun, and then people would be dead all over the streets, and he probably would have gotten away with it. Honestly, Rashad, I don't know what I would have done if this guy threatens to burn my daughter down. You crazy? Right. You're crazy. And every time black people are patient, and they never get credit for it. And I'm absolutely sick of it. And one last thing, that same quote that you had from the cop, Rashad, made me livid. It's like he's negotiating with this guy, and he's apologizing to him for arresting him. Oh, yeah. Gary, look at what you made us do. In other words, we didn't want to arrest you, even though you threatened this family 10 times because you're one of us. But Gary, you forced our hand. Now we have to protect black people. Look at what you did, Gary.
Well said, well said.